welcome back to reality. I am wearing a lip and a look that I might not always go for, but I really enjoyed trying it out. I'm recreating Natalie Portman's makeup from the Golden Globe Awards that were a couple weeks ago. And I think she, in the presentation of whatever award she presented, I think she said something super, savage and racy, but there were a lot of people in my home, so I actually never heard it. I was just thinking about her makeup the whole time. So whatever your personal feelings are on Natalie Portman's presentation of whatever award that was, maybe just forget about that for this hot minute and enjoy this makeup. I hope you enjoy it. I think this bronze smoky eye was really fun and really easy. You could use 2 or 3 shadows at most to create this look. So it's a little bit shimmery, but not crazy, disco ball on your eyes. But I hope you enjoy it. If you like what you see, please keep watching. Okay, let's start with, we should start with our base. So I'm going to start with Mary Kay Pore Minimizer. I really want my skin to be glowy. And I haven't used this stuff since I did the review on the whole skincare line, the whole Time-Wise skincare line, but which also that's my most popular video. I wish I had spent more time on it. And there's some lunch. You don't know when you're making a video, if it's going to be popular or not. So I didn't know. I had no way of knowing. The reason I'm using this is because it's got a little bit of a pearly essence to it, and I want my skin to look really fresh and glowing underneath this foundation. And then we're going to go in with foundation. I'm going to continue using my Tarte Amazonian Clay Full Coverage Foundation. I don't know if I love this stuff. I feel a little bit it creases up and does weird things, but maybe I just haven't used the right combination of primer and setting powder, so maybe I just need to find the right combo. Okay, so areas that I am avoiding are right under my eyes because I feel like this really creases up like crazy, so I'm going to put Shape Tape under there, and then I'm going to wait to do my forehead until I'm done with my eyes because I lift my eyebrows a lot when I do my eyeshadow, and it just creases up like crazy. So I did from here to here with foundation. And then I'm going to put concealer under my eyes and any other areas that need some extra coverage. Now Shape Tape, if you follow me on Instagram, you know that Shape Tape just came out with a foundation. Tarte came out with a Shape Tape foundation, which is kind of mind-blowing. I'm really, really stoked. People are a little bit mad because their shade range was pretty geared towards white people. So people are a little perturbed by that, but they're coming out with more shades. So it's just interesting how a makeup company has to be very politically conscious. I'm gonna take this onto my eyelids as well, because Tarte got a lot of flack for only making so many darker shades, and they apologized, and they're gonna come out with more shades. Okay, so then we have Shape Tape in those places, and I put my darker color in I was gonna say concaves, in these, what is this called? The area right below my cheekbone, my cheek socket? I don't know. So it's contouring a little bit for me, which is nice. Okay, and then I put that under my eyes, and I am gonna set it lightly with some powder. Even though this look is going to be really glowy, but we're not going to avoid powder altogether. We're just going to be strategic in the placement. So I'm going to be putting it right where I have those creases under my eyes. And I'm not getting a ton of sleep right now because I'm keeping a human alive. by feeding her every 3 hours. That might also contribute to my extra expression lines. Just kidding. And then I'm going to put some, I get a lot of creasing right here because I smile too much. Bummer. That's a good problem to have. And then I'm going to just bring it up around that nose area. Now one of the whole reasons I'm doing this look, 2 reasons. Because I love Natalie Portman and kind of want to be her. And then the second reason, I got this as a Christmas present to myself, from Christmas money that people gave me. And I figured this would be the perfect time to not only do a look from the Golden Globes, but to use this palette. Now it has 42 shades. They're metallics, mattes, and shimmers. And I'm not going to be going crazy because we're just doing a smoky eye. So we'll probably only use 2 or 3 shades, which might sound crazy to some of you. Don't worry, we'll make it easy. And I'm really looking forward to it. But I'm doing a lot of weddings this summer, and I think it'll be perfect for that. For those of you that follow me on Instagram, you've heard all this already, but look at this. I'm so excited to try it. I'm really looking forward to using this. So let's jump right in. What are we waiting for? I wasn't like building suspense or anything. I was just basking in the glory. I was just looking at it. It's so pretty. Look at how pretty it is. Okay, Amy, get a hold of yourself. I'm going to take, these don't even have names. They don't have names. I'm going to take this kind of cream color shade and put it just all over my lids. All over everywhere. Now, the last time I used BH Cosmetics eyeshadows, did not go very well. It was my double attempt at an Elsa-inspired look. And it didn't go well. So far, these eyeshadows are, I don't know if it was the eyeshadow's fault or just how I was applying it or my expectations. But so far, this is going a lot better. I'm 1 shade in and I'm still pleased. Don't worry. Okay, so we want to kind of go warm, I think. But not necessarily like this row is pretty red. I don't know, so we might end up mixing some colors. I might mix these 2 colors together, this guy and this guy. Because this is almost like a purple, I feel like. And this is like a coffee brown. Not as dark as, I shouldn't have said coffee. Maybe like a latte. Actually, I'm going to go in with this shade. I don't know if you can see it. This guy right here. And I'm going to use that same brush because we're going to blend it into the crease while we're there. So I'm going to put it all over the lid and blend up. Oh yeah, this is nice. We might go in with a warmer color in a minute, but this is a nice way to start. Very subtle, not psycho. Right now I'm actually going to go in with that warmer shade that I said was coffee, but isn't really. Oh yeah, this is great. And I'm taking that literally all over the whole lid. I'm not really sectioning it off in any way because this is a smoky eye. You don't do that with smokies. Smokey the Bears. Another great thing about this look is that she doesn't have any crazy eyeliner. She might have a dark brown right next to her lashes, but that's like the extent. She doesn't have like a big wing or anything like that. Okay, I'm pretty pleased with that. I'm going to go ahead and do the other eye before we go too crazy. Great, so far I'm really pleased with that. And then what shimmer shade? Look at all of these amazing, all 3 of these rows, this row, and this row, are all mixes of metallics and shimmer shades. Now, I want something pretty shimmery. This is like the cheat sheet that came with it because I can't remember. I'm not going to be able to remember which ones are shimmery and which ones are metallic. Let's be honest. Okay, there are 2 shades that are kind of right next to each other. This one and this one. These are the little swatches, and we want something kind of bronzy. So I might mix them together. Let's see. Let's see if we can apply it with our finger. Oh, it does go on a little with the finger, a little bit, but not awesome, because your face or your finger oils mess it up. Now, one of those is shimmer and the other is metallic. To be honest, couldn't tell a huge difference. That is okay. I'm actually going to use that exact same brush that I've been using this whole time. It is a Real Techniques base shadow brush, and this is my go-to brush for most eyeshadow things. So I'm going to take both of those. I'm just going to mix them together right on the brush. And we're just going to pack this onto the lid. We're not going to blend it into the crease. We're just packing it on the lid. Now this isn't like disco ball on my eye status. This look isn't disco ball on your eye status. But we definitely do want that shimmer to show up. So I'm going to go back in with that metallic shade. Pack it on a little bit more. We might have to use some setting spray to help us out. But so far, this is nice. I think I want a little bit more shimmer than that. So I can either go in with a different shade or try to just pack this pigment on more fiercely, if you know what I mean. I'm going to go ahead and do the other eye just so that they're even before it gets like too out of control. I am liking this. I need to go in with this ivory shade again. This kind of cream colored shade, kind of clean up this upper area because it got a little crazy. These eyeshadows do have some fallout. I've got some here, so thankfully we powdered there. But I don't know how that's gonna go. Should we see if we can take it off? Look at how different my forehead looks than the rest of my skin. I feel like it looks so different. My hand is getting sore from holding this giant palette. Now there's a shade in here, this guy, that's a little bit more orange. Let's try to see what that does for us. Going in with that same brush, that shader brush. And, okay, that definitely warms it up just a smidge. Maybe that's just enough to get us the color that we want. Now, if you have a palette that has, like, bronze colors in it, then, like, you're good to go. I just have so many fun ones to play with that I haven't gotten to play with yet. That's why I'm freaking out. That's why I'm like combining all these things together because I'm an artist. Not really, I just enjoy it. Okay, so now we should take those shades right under the under eye. So going in with those matte shades, we're gonna definitely smoke this out under here. See these creases? This is why I don't have foundation on right now. So I'm just taking an accent brush from Real Techniques and going all over, going kind of wide because this is a smoky eye after all. Wide isn't like this way. It's not like a little thin line. Let's be honest, the reason I love Natalie Portman is because she's Padme. Let's be real. I haven't seen a ton of her other movies, but basically all I care about is the fact that she's Queen Amidala. And, like, that's just, like, kind of a life dream of mine is to be Queen Amidala. That's really why I love her. Okay, and we're going to take a little bit of these shimmeries. I'm going to take that darkest shimmer shade and go underneath just like that other liner. I just want to keep some of this glitter in the family. Nice. I think my left eye looks better than my right eye, but... oh well. Okay, and then I took some of that dark shade, this dark brown that I used here, this guy, and just ran it along my upper lash line, just to give a little bit of an eyeliner, but not to like break up what's already there. Okay, so we definitely have a bronze, brown, smoky eye. Let's go in and do the face. I'm gonna do a little bit of contouring. I just have a cream contour here. Just a tiny bit. Because it was an award show. The chances of her having a little bit of contour are probably pretty high. Okay, let's finish foundation. Because that's a thing we didn't do. I'm going to put foundation and concealer on my forehead and we'll be right back. Okay, foundation is placed on the forehead. Now, like I said, I want the skin to be kind of glowy and dewy. So I'm not going to powder everywhere, which might sound like heresy to some of you. But I am going to use this cream blush from Julep. It's called Golden Guava Cream to Powder Blush Stick. And I'm just going to put that on my cheeks. It's a little bit bright for our purposes, but once we buff it out, it'll just have a wash of color, which is nice. I'm going to use, just because I feel like being crazy, I'm going to use a Mary Kay at Play shadow and liner stick, but I'm going to use the shadow as a highlighter. We'll put a little in here. As our light highlight, so I'm not going gold. You guys know how I love my ColourPop Gold highlighter. I'm not using that because this is a little bit more bronzy. But it's got some color to it, which will hopefully kind of warm up the face a little. Gonna put some under my brow. Tie these glows all together. Now I did just then put a cream product over a powder product, but because it's not in really a high traffic area, I'm not super concerned about it. Great. And then this does have a brown liner on the other side, and I'm going to use that in my waterline. Not as dark as some eyeliners, but this has some shimmer in it, some like bronze reflex, so that's why I'm using it. I could put it on the upper lash line, but I'm not going to because this video is getting too long. For lips, I have a couple options. I wanted to go something a little bit more peachy. It wasn't like a matte lip or super glossy lip. It was pretty neutral. She went pretty simple with her makeup, even though this is taking forever and a half. I have a few different options. I have a Too Faced, I have something from Julep, and then I have something that I've had for absolutely forever. This is all that's left. I don't even know where it's from or if you can even find it. Avon. Wow, that says a lot about how much I've had it, how long I've had it. But it's too pink for our purposes. I think I'm going to go with this Julep one. It's a little peachy than I normally would go for. It's called Wink. And I think it'll work, though, for what we're doing. It's like a peach nude. Their lipsticks are really comfortable. Who knew a nail polish company would be so good at cosmetics? Not me. And their packaging, this is like solid metal packaging, and it's got a magnet. It's awesome. Mascara. Oh, what am I thinking? Thoughts on this palette. I love the color range. I love the options for the colors. The pigment's pretty good. I feel like I am pretty spoiled with Tarte's eyeshadows. Their eyeshadows are just amazing. So I got a little bit spoiled, but I am pleased with how this look turned out. I think it's a lot of fun. Thanks to Natalie Portman for suggesting it. I feel like we could have gone more glowy. I'm going to put a little bit of this Pacifica Duo on my face because I feel like I just need a little bit something. She was at a fancy awards night after all. Oh yeah, I like what's happening there. I did pull a bronzer that's very metallic that maybe will just kind of do some dustings. Do a little dusting, kind of tie in the blush and the contour. That's what I'm doing here. Because this will bring us some glow, even though it's a powder. That's a lot better. I like that. I just needed a little bit more, something more. My shirt is so Valentine's-y. Wow. So if I wear it again for a Valentine's Day tutorial, don't judge me. No judgies here. Thanks for joining me. I'm glad I got to recreate this look. She probably had lashes on, but I have the rest of my Saturday, so I'm not really going to wear lashes for that whole time. But you certainly should. Because they're not scary, right? If you think lashes are scary, check out my lash video. Ain't no thing. Great, well, keep it real, whether that's recreating red carpet looks or just going to your go-to. There are lots of awards seasons coming up, so let me know if you're watching an award show and someone's makeup pops up that you want to see. Let me know, and I would love to recreate it. I'm going to keep my eyes out. The Grammys are next Sunday, so I'm definitely going to want to recreate some of those looks. Anyway, let me know what looks you want to see. If you want to see any, I'll just recreate the ones that I want to recreate. And if you think of any others, please let me know either on here or on the Instagrams. I think my baby's stirring. She's probably hungry. So I'm going to go take care of that. But thanks for joining me. Keep it real.